Welcome back to Hump Days.
Welcome back, Humpers. I don't know, we're feeling a little grossed out.
We got the Vince McMahon news right now. For those of you who don't know who Vince McMahon is, he's a billionaire, owner of the WWE. A major lawsuit just came out against him.
WWE is a wrestling organization for all the women listening.
For all the women listening. But it's not a wrestling podcast.
All the people who aren't dorks.
Not me. But today we're going to discuss, how do we stop these creepy billionaires? Because this has gotten out of hand. They have islands where they're doing this creepy stuff. They're just unstoppable. And I think the first step is there needs to be an age limit for Viagra.
That is absolutely 100% true. I mean, some of these allegations are absolutely insane. I want you to go through the allegations, but I also want everyone to keep in mind that this man did this at 75. So these are
76.
76.
So this wasn't even back in the day. This happened between the years of 2019 to present. So they met in 2019. So this wasn't like Boys Will Be Boys back in the days.
This is a 76-year-old
doing this
up to this nonsense.
Yeah, but we're not making light of the situation. We're making fun of Vince McMahon. And also it's I know innocent until proven guilty whole thing, but he's guilty.
It's so specific.
I'm just going on a limb. I'll bet this house. He's guilty.
I think he's guilty.
He's guilty. He's done some terrible things. But the whole
the Lizzo case is nothing compared to this one, guys. This is next level.
Yeah, Lizzo will win Boss of the Year. So they met in 2019. So what happened was they lived in the same building. He had the Pence Suite out in Connecticut because there's a bunch of places.
Who's they? The woman who is...
The woman who's accused. Her name is Janel Grant. Came out. All this information, I'm telling you right now, came out in the Wall Street Journal. So everything you're about to hear was in a publication that your parents read.
So it's true.
So it's not like just some he said she said stuff on Twitter.
It's not a TikTok viral TikTok debate. It is journalism, or what's left of journalism.
Sure. Vince McMahon and the WWE, they're getting sued for sexual assault and sex trafficking.
Yeah,
which is a pretty big allegation. They're saying McMahon coerced her into having sex with wrestling stars and other WWE executives, including defecating on her during a threesome.
It's just so gross.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
The thing is, he is 70. So it could have been an accident.
It's just an accident? It could have just been an accident. That's true. It could have been an accident. But he's also the billionaire in the room, so you have to let him do it.
Yeah.
So it's but
it's also such a thing. It's so nasty how these billionaires there's so many talks about coming out from Dubai, people being asked to go to Dubai just to be shot on. I don't understand.
But they know what they're getting themselves into. It's just do you want to have a threesome? Yes. And all of a sudden, someone just turns around and shits on your face.
This girl had no idea what's happening.
And also, they didn't say who the other guy was. So, if I was that guy, I'd be what the hell? I didn't sign up for this.
Oh, my God.
So embarrassing.
I'd be hey, yo, buddy, it was already pretty gay with you here.
Yeah. Do you need a diaper, sir?
It was just what, yo, what's going on? I if I was the other guy, I'm can I get on this lawsuit? I didn't sign up for the poop.
Defecating on her head.
On her head. Yeah, it says he pooped on her head while having a threesome.
It's so gross.
Yeah, and if you see her, she just looks like a sweetheart. So it's not it wasn't like this porn star coming in. She looks like this sweet girl next door. Because they met. So they lived in the same building.
Yeah.
That's what they said. They said live in the same building. She just lost her parents. So she was in a position, she didn't have any money. She was a paralegal, but didn't have a job. She was just taking care of her parents, and they just passed away. He's like, hey, kid, come with me to WWE. Yeah. And then they started their little romance.
And she wasn't a wrestler. So
no, she wasn't a wrestler. So she was working in the legal department, just got her a job. Mm-hmm. And then they just started a relationship. And then he just started taking it too far. Because I think that's what happened. It's just you see this billionaire, he says he's going to help you out.
Yeah. It's a slow process.
It's a slow process.
It's not just come in here, let me shit on.
Yeah, it wasn't come and let me shit on your head. I'm gonna make you a star, kid. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was it was slowly,
wasn't as classic
it was slowly
as we
groomed
thought.
into this. So it was just he brought her in, and it started out as this kinky thing, and then it just slowly escalate into something that's just like it just took a piece of her soul. Because like if you just
Yes.
like if you read some of these text messages, they're just horrendous. Where it's just like it goes in response to this is what he texted her. Because he would also what he would do? He would also like get her to take photos of herself and like just show it around to everybody. Like, oh, isn't she hot, pal? Like he just showed it around.
Wow.
And he would show it to wrestlers and like, hey, do you want to have sex with her?
And then they would.
Yeah, so apparently like Brock Lesnar like wasn't signed.
Yeah.
He wasn't signed with the company yet, and he wanted to get Brock Lesnar signed. So he's like showing Brock Lesnar photos of her peeing, like videos of her peeing, because that's what Brock was into, I guess.
Okay.
And then he sent it to her, and he's like, "Yeah, send her over." And he's like, "You have to go hang out with Brock." And so he'd sent her over, and then.
And this was for the promise of like, what was it, 2 million or something?
Well, no, it was just at the time he would just shower her with gifts. So it's like she did that, and then he just gave her like $15,000 worth of Bloomingdale gift cards.
Oh.
You know, taxes.
Yeah. Oh my
But,
God.
yeah, and eventually, like he gave
These
her
billionaires are
he gave her
so
a
cheap.
place, gave her a job, paid her money.
Yeah.
So like
Gave her a job, yeah.
Yeah, gave
Right.
her a job. So,
So
like
she
she
had
was
that.
employed
Yeah.
by this billionaire that everyone was just
Yeah.
scared of. So,
But I thought there was a whole $2 million incident.
well, that was at the end of this. So I was like, at the end
Okay.
of all these things that we're going to talk about,
Yeah.
once he broke her soul,
Yeah.
because it also says like he had these dildos that he named after her, after these wrestlers that he just shoved in her. It was like he had 4 dildos just named after wrestlers.
and I,
It was like, hey, well, open up for Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah.
Like, stop it. I just really imagine that he's just like, whatever dildo makes her come is the one that gets to win that year.
Yeah, just wins the Royal Rumble. That's just like, that's true because,
That's how he determines the winner.
yeah, because towards the end there, like these last few years, people have been like questioning his booking decisions. They're like, why'd you pick this guy to win?
That's explaining it all, folks. Oh my God, it's so crazy. So cringe.
Yeah, but these are the text messages he sent her. It's like, your last picture, you need your panties ripped off and 3 big black dicks in all 3 holes at the same time. Way up your pussy, way up your ass, as far as they will go, but even farther. And the thick cock goes down your throat. So it makes you gag and
What?
it makes you gag and convulse. And those big black pound away. It feels like from the start you're being assaulted, but it's made you come nonstop. It feels like you feel like you've been assaulted, but you've been
But it's
coming.
not. It's just not. Don't trust your
You're
lady
just
brain.
coming.
you're just enjoying it so much
This
that it's frightening you.
This is a 76-year-old
Oh
man.
my God.
And there's just one continuous constant orgasm. And just before you pass out from those big black dicks, just before you pass out, before those big black, as you lay on your stomach, the cum is coming out of all your holes. I'll turn you over and jack off all over you. It's like, that's when he comes in. That's when my music hits.
He waits that long to get involved? Why even bother at that point?
When you're half dead, I'll just.
He didn't even say his cock was even like big at all or like average. He said, I'm coming at the end. Like
I'll just come on you.
That'll be.
they did the dirty work.
The
you know?
best part is when I come in there. There's 76-year-old Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
And I do none of the work.
Oh, and then you can just. That's what he sends her.
Oh my God.
And then there's another text message. Oh, so this is one where he's trying to pawn her off to somebody else. And she goes, it just starts off like exactly, baby, he's not the only one. Blank called me this afternoon begging to eat you and f you with his nice and hard dick. So he put "and hard" in quotes about his
In
friend.
brackets?
So I was like, yeah, my friend wants to eat you and bang you. With his nice and hard quotes dick. My friend's got a nice cock.
He wrote the whole message on his friend's like, oh, I also just mentioned that I'm hard. Too.
Yeah, and hard.
I'm hard.
Yeah.
I'm a hard one.
Put it in quotes. And then she replies, give me another week, baby, and I'll be ready. I'm feeling more like myself. I'm not great, but I'm getting better. Tell him soon. So it's just like in kind of like pieces of the, like she's kind of holding it off. And then he goes,
That makes me so sad.
Yeah, she's like, I already told him, baby. By the way, Johnny wants Tuesday. So this is another guy. So
Oh my God.
I thought it was just Johnny, but so he's talking about 2 guys. So he's like, I already told him, baby. By the way, Johnny wants Tuesdays, but not this coming one. And the occasional Saturday, but maybe I can shift it to Thursday nights.
Oh my God.
Johnny would like all of the above. It's just like, Jesus.
God.
So
It's-
2 in a
That's
day.
horrible.
Yeah, he always wants 2 days a week. So he wants Tuesdays and Saturdays.
And then the other guy wants to also be Tuesdays
Yeah,
and Saturdays. Wow.
So
it was like a work benefit. He was like starting to make it part of their like benefits.
yeah.
plan.
So the thing is, she was in Connecticut. So this guy John Laurinaitis, he was in Florida, and this guy John Laurinaitis, he's talking about John.
Yeah.
He's married to there's this famous wrestlers in WWE. They're retired now, but they're called the Bella Twins. They were on WWE Divas on the E Network. They were the star of it. John Laurinaitis is their stepdad. They're married to her mother.
Mm-hmm.
So he would leave their mother to go do this with Vince McMahon in Connecticut.
Really?
I'm just going on a business trip. See ya, kids.
Oh my god.
And get passed around. So it's like these creeps, these billionaire creeps.
Yeah.
They need to be stopped. And this is another one Vince said. This is a long one. This one, like, this was big. I just passed my phone around to a bunch of guys on the tech crew. They were screaming, OMG, she's look at that ass. I love to get that. It's like, the tech crew really said that. But he's like, I don't doubt that he's showing them around, but I think he's like, they're like, yeah, Vince, she's great. Like, your 76-year-old boss. Not even the wrestlers that are jacked, the tech group, the nerds. So he's she's showing this girl like, it's so embarrassing. He's showing it to the nerds. Like, I feel so bad for her. He's like, they were screaming, OMG, she's beautiful. Look at that ass. I like to get that. I paused to count out loud how many guys there were. 12. And I said, okay, there's 12 of you. She would love each and every one of you at one time. Oh. The guys cheered. It's just like, but she will only do it if she can take three at the time. That brought a huge reaction. She wants one deep in her ass, one way down her throat, and one in her, and you can pound her and keep on pounding her till you pop your load.
It's just so inventive.
Yeah, well, and it keeps going. Like, that's just the start.
Jesus.
So you pound.
So he's offering. So she's just like, okay, I have to draw a line somewhere. Well, I'm not being offered to the tech crew.
Well, yeah, it's like the pooping, but it's like it's different. It's like, okay, you can be kinky and you're into this stuff sexually, but you have to treat her respectfully. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like there's a breaking point. You can't just treat them like a piece of meat.
Well, I think maybe he even specifically picked her. Now that you say that, because she isn't
she's
like
isolated.
A porn star or a person who has that. Because I feel like when you are a sex worker, you just build those boundaries and like you just kind of learn from your industry partners how to kind of like navigate these types of things. Whereas if this woman is just like, oh, I have a job and I'm vulnerable and I'm just like this sweet, kind, nice girl, then she's like, oh shit, like I'm trapped. Like if I say no, what happens? And like, I don't know. I just feel like a sex worker is a bit more like prepared almost for this type of thing. And then he just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah.
And she's not putting up any fight really.
No, and he can just throw gift cards at it.
Yeah.
Like, here's another $15,000 for Bloomingdale's. Here's a watch. Here's this.
Yeah.
Here's a little bonus.
And then she's sitting around all of her watches just being like, that's not enough.
But this, like
But then he ripped her off at the end.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that right after this. So the pop and load. She may scream. I told him she may scream and try to say no, although it would be difficult to say anything with a down her throat.
Wow.
And then he goes, they laughed. I then said, listen, no matter what, just pound away till you squirt. It's like, who tells guys to squirt?
God!
Baby, these guys were having a blast with me. Some of them didn't even believe me. I'm like, yeah, no shit. It's just like,
yeah, I wonder why.
So I said, you are the greatest in the world, and then no matter how much you get, you always wanted more. And then I said, she loves cum, baby. Baby, these techs, as we call them.
These techs, as the kids say.
These nerds.
The techs.
The techs, yeah, the techs. Were having the time of their lives listening to my truthful story. I then Jesus.
What the
fuck? I then said you would take a 10-minute break between each fucking, but then you would get back on your hands and knees with your ass in the air and say, okay, I'm ready. Who's next? I drove them wild, baby. Or I should say, you drove them wild.
Oh my God.
Just imagine if this really happened, baby. How much cum you would have coming out of all your holes.
Jesus.
This is a 76-year-old man. This is why Viagra should be illegal over a certain age.
Absolutely.
Because it's just like,
It's getting out of hand.
It gets getting out of hand because it just does damage
For billionaires.
These billionaires, yeah. So if you're a billionaire and you need Viagra, you have to go on with your wife.
Yeah.
Like you have to
marry the person.
Yeah, the person she gets to
She has to go in.
She's in charge of
you.
it, so she can tell if you're cheating because you get 12. And if she looks in there one day and you're supposed to have 7 and there's 6, what island were you on? What island were you on?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But then
it's true.
So Janel Grant, this poor woman, she had a breaking point. So he made her sign a non-disclosure agreement for $3 million. Mm-hmm. So this is all coming to light now. Mm-hmm. So they just signed a $5 billion deal with Netflix. Mm-hmm. So he, on top of his other $1 billion deal that he had with Fox, so he's swimming in billions of dollars.
Billions and billions.
Billions and billions of dollars. So he signs the $3 million agreement and snubs her on it.
Yeah.
Only gives her a third of it.
Yeah.
And so that's what nullified the non-disclosure agreement. Mm-hmm. Now she's okay, well, you snubbed me. I can talk about it now.
Yeah.
So let's burn this thing to the ground. And good for her.
Yeah.
You're a creepy old man who should not be allowed around anybody, really.
And I mean, it's funny because it's another situation where it's like all of the signs were there because now there's all these clips of wrestlers going around in Vince's like speeches being like, you were brother and sister and then you banged and like he just comes up with these insanely like fucked up storylines for each of the wrestlers and they're just like,
one girl almost got fired because they wanted them to do a simulated sex scene in the ring.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. And he threatened to fire her.
Yep.
And he even had a Kiss My Ass club. So it's just like wrestlers had to kiss his butt. And like,
that's right. Right.
Yeah.
We'll show this right here.
Kiss My Ass club. He almost made Trish Stratus do it. But it was like, yeah, he's a gross guy.
He literally made his employees sit down and kiss his ass in front of a crowd. Often. Yeah.
So he's always been a kind of creepy old man, but it just got worse with age. I think it's just like once you get to that billionaire status, you feel like you're untouchable, and like people are just your toys.
And you just become so bored, maybe, or everything's so easy. So it's just like, what's the challenge? What's the next challenge? Just like manipulating and using.
What's the goal now? Like, what's the thrill? What's the goal? And you're just like this pervert.
That's what happened with Epstein, probably.
Well, yeah, everyone on Epstein's island,
and everyone on the island.
Yeah,
like they're all billionaires. They shouldn't be given any.
Yeah, like with the Clintons, if he's not around being a creep, or murdering people. I probably cut that out. He didn't allegedly.
And then I don't think we've heard much from like who else is a billionaire, like Mark Zuckerberg.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates is a massive creep.
He has a lot.
Yeah, he should not be anywhere near Viagra.
Yep.
Because it does damage to these people. Like, look at what was her name from the 90s? Anna Nicole Smith. Mm-hmm. She has so much trauma from that billionaire tycoon. That was before Viagra.
Yes.
So you could just imagine what these people are going through now.
Oh my God.
These little pervy mervies.
Yeah. Elon Musk has nothing though.
No, well, that's because his kink is procreating.
Oh yeah.
So like that's his it's right there. Like, yeah, I like to procreate.
That's so adorable, honestly.
So,
after what we've heard from this episode so far, what a wholesome kink.
Yeah,
he just wants to have a Musk army on the.
And they're like, oh, he dated. What's wrong with him? He dated Amber Heard. Yeah, but he didn't procreate with her.
Yeah, that's his worst.
He's like,
scandal is the fact that he dated Amber Heard.
Yeah, and he stopped. He's like, you would be a terrible mother.
Yeah.
He's like, I see where this is going.
I wonder if that almost nullifies the fact that like that'll make any sexual assault claim. They'll be like, yeah, but like Amber Heard also tried that shit.
Yeah, but well, I think, and he always talks about humanity. Like his thing is like, I want to like go to Mars. Like,
yeah.
I want to populate Mars. But I think like that's, if he really cares about humanity, like Mars should be like for those creepy billionaires. Just
right.
like, because he'll just trick them there. Be like, oh yeah, an island, they'll find you on an island. The feds, they have no jurisdiction on fuck island or fuck planet.
Yeah,
no,
fuck planet.
Yeah, they have no jurisdiction on orgy planet.
Genius.
Let's just send them there. Oh my God, he could really help everyone.
Yeah.
I bet all the billionaires would go there. And they can just be like, they can be like, look at the sexy aliens that are there, and then they're just like not there.
Yeah, look at No, they'd have to bring we'd have to have some people taken for the team that'd have to go with them on the ship.
Maybe AI bots or something.
Oh,
In
and sex robots would be
there's-
so good that we'll just trick them with those.
Yeah. Because like in Vancouver, there is like a successful sex doll brothel.
Gross.
And it's successful already. So like I think they would be fine with like something that, what if it could like move perfectly and be agreeable and be like, I love all your I love all your fantasies. Keep texting them to me. Yeah. And you can just go up there and do that and women will be safe.
Oh yeah, you can just put it in all the holes, Vince. Put it in all the holes. But like,
76.
but there's at the time he was 76.
76.
He's 78 now, so he's probably still doing it. But it was at the time he was 76 when those things came out.
Do you think he'll win?
He'll
Sorry,
win.
go ahead.
What do you think? Oh, I think because he stepped down from the board, he's saying that none of this is true. But it's like you have your text messages,
Yeah.
and it's just like I've like I don't know any guys that talk like that. Like we make fun of girls for just being too high on themselves, but it's just like we never like put a girl down like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's okay to just like just being a freak and like texting like that, but just like sharing her with your friends,
Yeah.
sharing videos of her peeing with like other
It's just so.
It's so sick,
Yeah.
and it's just like this is like and it's like I believe it. Like you're a creepy old man. Like you have your whole past has been screwing people over. Just being inappropriate with others, letting other people be inappropriate in your locker room as well.
And then just be like, for a multi-billionaire like that to just be like, you only got a third of the $3 million I promised you. It's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that,
you shot on my
she
fucking
earned
head.
way more. Yeah, she earned way more than that. And don't you think that? Like, I honestly think that, like, even let's say worst case scenario that she doesn't win, I feel like she has won already because everyone now knows. Right? Like he's this, like, I don't know. That's so, I hope that Vince feels humiliated right now.
Yeah, well,
and
the whole
worried.
family. So the mom.
I know, like the shame of it all. It's like, that's revenge. And that's such a delicious revenge, even just to start off. She probably will win
Yeah,
too.
because I forgot to mention this, but he's also married. So he's
Yes.
been married for over 35 years.
Oh my God,
More
yes.
than that, because I
Yeah.
don't know how old Stephanie is.
That's
So
right.
he's been married for a long time. So he has 2 kids.
Imagine.
The daughter is on the board. She's on the board. So she left the company because it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
The son-in-law basically took over. Probably he probably will. I mean, he's kind of scot-free from it. But you're married, and your wife is running for politics too. Like she's a politician. So she's kind of like their Republican Hillary
She's
Clinton.
a politician?
Yeah, she was running for Senate. I think she was running for.
That's over.
Well, no, I think she already ran for it. Is not, but she's just in politics. So she's up in politics in Connecticut.
But I
And
mean, that
it
won't
just
be
gives
the
me
case
like
anymore.
it just gives me Bill Hillary vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's just like I have free reign. I just have to keep it out of the news. And it's like, well, it's in the news now, you idiot.
Yeah,
you didn't pay the
you
money.
were pretty loose with that with the IT people.
Jesus, the nerds too.
The guy that installed my router, I just kept telling him about how many holes are gonna be stuffed tonight.
Oh, but they're
And he
nerds.
loved it.
They don't. Do you think these nerds
I
want to
don't
have
think
an
they loved
orgy?
it. I don't
They
think
don't
they
like
loved it. I
changing in
think
front of
they
other
were-
men. It was probably very uncomfortable. They're the guys in the van. Like, you know, you watch like spy movies and the nerdy guy in the van, like telling like the guy like what's going on, the tough. You know what I mean? It's just like they're nerds.
Yeah, I think almost anyone. It's really weird to me that the wrestlers at all agreed to do anything with her.
Well, it's just one. Allegedly, just one so far.
Okay.
So it's Brock Lesnar because he was in which is a big one.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's the IT guys because you're not even like.
Oh, it's just so awkward. They're probably just like awkward laughing and then being like, yeah.
Yeah, isn't she hot, pal? Like,
And
look at her.
then you go like, yeah.
She'll take all you right now. You guys down? It's like
They
what-
should sue him for sexual
Yeah, it's
harassment.
that's
Just
proof as
telling
well.
the
It's like,
story.
hey.
Telling the story scars them. Telling them all the plans. They could easily get some.
Oh yeah,
money
that's
from
why I
him.
hope there's cameras in that. I hope it does go to trial because I would love for there to be
Oh my
cameras
god,
in that
it better
courtroom.
go to trial. Oh my god, and then the news is just gonna be so happy having this and the Lizzo scandal, just like simultaneously. The lawsuits. I think the lawsuit of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard was like the best thing that happened to the news in a long time.
This is a great we're in January.
Yes.
Like we're just ending January right now, and like just it's just like This is insane.
This is great. What's happening?
Like every week is just more and more insane. Where these perverted billionaires are just.
They're just like, we could just distribute a couple $100 million. Just like they could just give up a couple $100 million and it would change a lot of the world. And they just decide to, nope, I'm gonna use it to shit on someone's head.
Shit on because I can't. I'm Vincent Kennedy
Yeah.
McMahon.
Yeah. What do you think it is that would get you there? I mean, you're still a young man, but do you see do you even think any of your friends or anyone you know could go that route?
I mean, the
If they
thing
were
is,
just
like,
given $1 billion?
I don't know what happens, like how you get to that state.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
like, what trauma did you have to go through for you to do that? But it's like, but he's had so many years of success, so he has like 30 to 40 years of success. So maybe it's just like no one's ever said no to him, and he just keeps pushing those boundaries, and he keeps getting more and more successful and more rich.
Yeah.
So he just wants to see what the hell he can do. There's nothing else to accomplish.
Yeah.
I basically on autopilot at work, and now it's just the only thing I get excited for is just like pushing the limits on this girl. And it's just like all I have to do is just give her $15,000 worth of Bloomingdale gift certificates, which is an easy write-off.
I get my intern to do it.
Get her some boobs.
Yeah.
Women love, he's like an adolescent. He's just like,
Yeah. Yeah. Stop Arrested Development.
yeah.
Do you think that, like, but isn't it weird? Because I think of, like, if someone handed me $1 billion, I would just, like, it would just be like, okay, like, I guess I'll just, like, chill and read.
But you're not handed it. No one's ever handed it.
Right.
It's like the cutthroatness that you have to do. You have to be kind cutthroat in order to achieve $1 billion. So
That's true.
this
You
type
kind
of
of have to be that person.
the behavior you've developed kind of gets you to that level.
Yeah.
Because Elon's not clean. Like it's just like there's a lot of Chinese dealings going on and
Probably a lot of deaths or something.
a lot of deaths, but it's just also like a lot of like turning the other way of like
Yeah.
those battery minings.
Yeah.
Where are those minefields at? Do you know they're in Africa?
DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo.
That's in Africa,
And
right?
kids
Yes.
mine them, or
Yeah.
okay.
They're basically all slaves.
Yeah.
So like his hands aren't clean.
No. And
But-
he's involved in politics and everything.
Yeah, but it's
I
like,
like
but
his
but the thing is like he's out in the open though. Like I want to see these billionaires. So like he's there, you see him. He's not like moving behind
Like
the scenes.
Zuckerberg. He's so robotic.
He's he's a
Yes.
creep, but it's just like
He may be.
he's got bodies buried somewhere,
Right.
like metaphorically and maybe even physically.
Somewhere,
But it's just there's something with that weirdo creep. Like I can see him like.
Yeah, he's such a mystery.
Yeah, he's got some. Like, I don't know what his kinks are, but he's got some. There's something going on in that head because he did because the whole Facebook thing was started on are you hot or not. So
Yeah.
that means like he's bitter
That's true.
about like he's angry at women that don't find him attractive. That's what that tells me. So he's
How
got
come?
what?
Why?
Well, because he's putting down these hot women or people that reject him because everyone rejected him. So he's like, "Fuck you, you're not hot." The person that rejected me, not hot.
Yeah.
Oh, you rejected me? Well, everyone thinks you're not hot, and that's how Facebook started.
Yeah.
So it's like that's where the
So
origin
you
story
think The
is.
Social Network isn't the real origin story?
What do you mean?
The movie The Social Network.
Well, like why? Like, I think that right there is like the psyche that would make you be mean and rude and have act like your all billionaires would act like as a creep. Like that would be his creep origin story. He was rejected so much by these girls, like hot or not.
Yeah.
And then once he gets this status where like I'm so untouchable, I've accomplished everything.
So he has skeletons in his closet, and you believe that Elon Musk does too.
Well, no, like Elon Musk, you see them, like you notice what they are.
Do you think that he?
Because I'd rather the
Right.
billionaire just be an open book.
Right.
Where it's just like his sexual kink is wanting to have as many kids as possible
You
with
don't
as
think
many
that's
women.
a smokescreen?
No.
Do you think that he destroyed Twitter as a way to reroute our attention from some kind of sex scandal?
No, I mean
'cause,
he was
like-
exposing all the files.
Yeah, it's exposing the files.
And
Okay.
like all the FBI informants working. I mean, there's still like some psyop. Like there's still some people like working for both sides on the inside. But I would say he's really tried hard to get rid of that shit and put it completely out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at
So he might be the only good
34.
one. Oh, okay. We better. Yeah.
What?
Wrap it up.
34.
Okay, but but like the Elon has his flaws and he's
Sure.
heavily autistic, but it's just like he's like I'd rather them just be there and I can see him and I know
Yeah.
what he's up to.
I mean, he
He's right over.
he did snag Grimes, and she's amazing. She's incredible. So, you know, if she likes him, then that's a good sign.
Yeah. Do you think he'll ever have a kid that's just named John?
Our Vancouver gem, huh?
Do you think he'll ever have a kid that's just like, let's name this one John?
No.
Let's just give him like, you know,
No.
Paul.
No.
no, they're always-
Cyborg 2,
Cyborg 2.
Cyborg 3, Synergy,
Synergy.
I like that.
Yeah.
Innovation.
Innovation.
Clark.
It'll be a sound effect. I can see him going sound effect. The language of Mars. The future language of Mars.
I think you proved your thesis today that, you know, we should ban the sale of Viagra to anyone above the age of.
Because I think
Above the income of?
oh, not the income. I think okay. So I think what's the retirement age here in America? What do you think?
Oh, well, it doesn't exist anymore.
Doesn't exist.
Okay, it doesn't. Let's say the retirement age is 60.
Death.
You have 2 years of being retired with Viagra. Have your fun with your wife, or whoever she'll let you do it with, and then banned.
Then, if you're a billionaire.
If you're a billionaire.
Everyone else, go.
Yeah, if you're not
go
a billionaire and you're 65 and you can get it, go for it.
But if you are a billionaire, there should be a law in place.
Yeah, if you're a billionaire and over
So we've
65.
solved it. We have solved it.
Yeah,
Thank you for tuning in.
If you're a billionaire and you step out of your limo and you have a boner, jail.
Jail.
Straight to jail.
Yay, we solved it.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Happy Hump Days.
Come to our show on
February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day at Roscoe's Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And we're super excited to see all you lovebirds come and share your stories. And, you know, I am most excited for a group of Galentines. A couple Galentines groups. That's what I'm hoping for.
Me too.
That's a fun time.
Yeah.
I want you ladies out. And I know you have the best stories. So come with your stories. Come to our
come tell us your best
stand-up
dating
comedy
stories.
show. Best dating story wins a cash prize. So we'd love to see you there. We're really excited. All right. See you in the next one. Bye.